You know the feeling, the overall ickiness, the maybe I should live in my bed forever thoughts, your respiratory system pounding you to oblivion.
I have not been sick in over 3 years.
I'm gonna grab you some tissue.
Sounds like it's the common cold. Unless, of course, it's the flu. How can you tell the difference? And is a yearly flu shot really worth it? I'm Tori, Parade's resident health guru, and the Cleveland Clinic has given me everything I need to answer these medical questions. This is the TMI Show. Both the cold and flu share some not fun symptoms. They're hard to tell apart because they have so much in common. Runny, stuffy noses, loss of appetite and hardcore nausea, fever, body aches and pains, fatigue and tiredness, chills and sweating, sneezing, coughing, sore throat, and the overall all-consuming feeling of discomfort. Colds and flus are widespread in wintertime and hit your upper respiratory area hard. You also catch colds and flu the same way. To become infected, the virus has to get to one of your mucous membranes, the moist lining of the nostrils, eyes, or mouth. This happens through inhalation or touching contaminated surfaces and then touching your face. In spite of these apparent similarities, the common cold and influenza are caused by different viruses that settle in different places in your body. In other words, they're the immunological equivalent of
brother from another mother.
More than 200 types of rhinovirus cause colds, and they target the nose and throat. 2 types of influenza virus cause the flu in humans, and they target the nose, throat, and lungs. As for stomach flu, it's not actually a flu because it's not caused by the influenza virus, but by something else. So Tori, how can I tell which one I've got? Just remember the facts. Fever, aches, chills, tiredness, and sudden onset. That means flu.
I'm just feeling really tired. I think maybe my allergies are acting up. I've already vomited like 5 times today.
The main difference between the flu and the common cold is you're more likely to have fever, chills, and muscle aches with the flu. Symptoms of the flu often hit suddenly and cause you to become weaker and weaker. Like one minute you're Superman, the next you're Superman plus kryptonite.
You were great in your day, Superman.
Colds develop more slowly and are typically milder. Both the common cold and flu can lead to complications, but the flu is more serious. It could even be life-threatening. It's time to go see a doctor right now if you have any of the following on top of flu-like symptoms: trouble breathing or shortness of breath, pain or pressure in your chest or abdomen, sudden dizziness, confusion, severe or persistent vomiting, symptoms that improve but return with fever and cough, or fever with a rash. If you're tired of guessing, you could go to the doctor and get a test to either diagnose or rule out the flu, but there's no such thing as a test for colds. Yet! If you test positive for the flu, and you have my deepest sympathies, your doc could prescribe a drug called oseltamivir. It's not a cure, but if you take it within 48 hours, it might cut the number of miserable days in your future.
I don't need your help because I am not sick. Gina, where is the cold medicine?
I hate to point out the obvious, but why do you need the meds if you're not sick,
To fight off the cold symptoms that my healthy body is exhibiting.
And to deal with fever and muscle aches, you can take over-the-counter acetaminophen or ibuprofen. Also, get plenty of rest, as if you'll want to do anything but attach yourself to a couch for the duration. Drink lots of fluids, eat a light diet, and stay at home to make sure you don't infect others.
Guys, I'm on the meds.
Sorry, Nick.
Winston here's got that hot coffee date tomorrow, so.
But to be clear, the date's hot, not the coffee. Thinking about going ice.
If you have a cold, now what? Nothing. There's no cure for a cold either. You have to let it run its course. Don't ask your doctor for antibiotics because remember, colds are caused by a virus, and antibiotics only work on bacterial infections, not viral infections. You're going to have to settle for the same lame home remedies as those for the flu. Rest, fluids, ibuprofen, blah, blah, blah. Take a decongestant if you're stuffy. The smartest thing to do for a cold or flu is to not get them in the first place.
My body is finely tuned like a microchip, and the flu is like a grain of sand. It could literally shut down the entire system.
For the flu, the best way to do that is get the flu vaccine. In fact, according to your responses to Parade Magazine's Healthy Now survey, more people intend to get the flu vaccine this year. Early fall is the best time to get the flu vaccine. It takes about 3 weeks for its protective benefits to kick in, so don't hold off. The vaccine is safe, and you can't get the flu from the flu shot. I repeat, you cannot get the flu from the flu shot. And there are plenty of places to get free flu shots, like major drugstores and grocery stores. So you can do your duty as a healthy citizen and restock your snack stash in a single stop. Also, and by this time, if you don't know the drill, I can't help you, do all the stuff to keep you well and stop the spread of viruses. Wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water. No soap? No water? No problem. Use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer and stop touching your face. Avoid being around sick people when you're well, and avoid being around well people when you're sick.
Come on, just let me in.
Either go home or go back into quarantine.
Plus, eat healthy foods, exercise, and get enough rest. To recap, if your symptoms come on suddenly and are more like fever, muscle and body aches, chills and fatigue, you may have the flu. If you're dealing with a mild cough, sneezing, congestion, runny nose, and sore throat, it's likely a cold. How many flu shots have you gotten this year? I hope it's not more than one. If you have a TMI question, drop it in the comments or send us an email at tmiquestions@parade.com. Maybe you'll see it answered on the next episode of the TMI show. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.